You wake up this morning and reach for your phone before your feet touch the floor. Your ancestors woke up too, but they reached for nothing. No alarm, no screen. Just the gray light of dawn and the sound of the camp stirring around them. You assume their lives were a constant struggle. The real answer is far stranger. For most of human history, a single day looked nothing like the exhausting grind you picture. Anthropologist Kristen Hawkes spent years studying the Hadza people of Tanzania, one of the last groups on Earth still living a foraging lifestyle close to how ancient humans lived for tens of thousands of years. What she found surprised almost everyone. The average forager worked far fewer hours than the average modern office employee. 4 hours, sometimes 5. Then the day was theirs. Think about that. Your ancestors weren't hunting from sunrise to sunset. They gathered roots, dug tubers, tracked animals when the moment called for it, and spent the rest of their time talking, resting, making tools, telling stories. Food wasn't scarce in the way you imagine. It was simply different, spread across the land instead of stacked on shelves. So why does modern life feel busier than theirs? Here's where it gets strange. Anthropologist James Suzman, who lived among the Jew/Hwansi Bushmen of the Kalahari, documented something almost nobody expects. These communities didn't obsess over saving food for tomorrow. They ate when they were hungry and trusted the land to provide again. Scarcity wasn't the default fear baked into their minds. It's baked into yours. Centuries of agriculture, storage, and markets taught your brain to hoard, to plan, to worry about next month before this one even ends. Your ancestors didn't sit at a desk worrying about deadlines, but they did face real, immediate dangers. A rustle in the grass could mean a predator. A storm could mean shelter had to be rebuilt by hand. Their stress wasn't slow and constant like yours. It came in short, sharp bursts, then released completely once the danger passed. Now picture a typical afternoon. Children playing near camp under the loose watch of several adults, not just 2 exhausted parents. This wasn't an accident. Researcher Sarah Blaffer Hrdy has argued that humans evolved as cooperative breeders, meaning child rearing was shared across grandparents, aunts, cousins, and friends. A village really did raise the child. That shared structure freed up time, distributed exhaustion, and built constant social contact into every single day. You scroll through photos of other people's lives for connection. They sat shoulder to shoulder with theirs. And then there's the fire. Primatologist Wrangham proposed that the moment humans learned to cook food, changed everything about daily life. Cooking unlocked more calories from less food, shrinking the time needed to chew and digest. That freed up hours. Hours that didn't exist for any other animal on the planet. Suddenly there was time left over at the end of the day. Time for language. Time for art. Time for simply sitting around a fire and talking about nothing in particular, the way you might do tonight with a group of friends, except the firelight was the only light in the world. Did they have leisure the way you understand it? Not exactly. But the line between work and rest was nowhere near as rigid as yours. There was no clocking out, because there was no clocking in. Here's the twist that should make you sit back for a second. Many researchers now believe that hunter-gatherer life, in terms of sheer free time and social connection, may have actually outpaced much of the modern grind that followed it. Agriculture, when it eventually arrived, often meant longer hours, harder labor, and worse health for the average person, not better. The progress you assume came with farming, cities, and clocks brought efficiency. It didn't necessarily bring more time. So what does this mean for you, scrolling through your evening with a dozen tabs open and a calendar full tomorrow? It means the busyness you feel isn't some unavoidable law of being human. It's a structure, one built over thousands of years of storage, scarcity thinking, and clocks ticking louder than your own body's rhythms. Your ancestors didn't have less to do because they were primitive. They had less to do because their world wasn't designed to make them feel like there was always more. Tonight, When you finally put your phone down and the room goes quiet, you might feel something unfamiliar. Stillness. For a few seconds, you're doing exactly what your ancestors did at the end of nearly every single day for tens of thousands of years. Nothing. Just sitting, breathing, present. You reached for your phone this morning before your feet even touched the floor. Tonight, try reaching for nothing at all.